Kwaba.
Captain Joseph.
Na bibi aboko. Super. Me who say na many aje. Tuesdays na a special day sukura ewo eye onu ama ache so. Coffee good morning.
Osa very ma na ho today.
Nyame adom me ho ye.
Na osa very ma.
Yes sir.
Ye be ya sema odi ehia yin. See financial experts buy na what buy we say. They say omani sika sema say poto. It just so happens to say, Captain, Odipa kwa oye head of economic team no awama omang sikasem asay poto no. Ono na say when ja okru na manu. Because I'm ampenying or Atlanta odineni. Speaker nso wo Dubai otumitro letter ko parliament say woman okwan no nkosa no ho yare wa abrochiri. Oh Ghana. Inti na akosu nei. Captain, and how much?
We are spending a little above 1.5 million Ghana cedis.
Hey, just inti Ghana for you have the audacity to go to parliament and say, "Wukosa ho yare." What if the plane when we are in the war office staff akon wakosa ho Dubai? How convenient. Dubai, inti hospital now we see a first class, world class, then class will legono. Hina na enko ho. Ehun conditions na wen tutu akoton. Hina na enko ho ana. Kolebu hina na enko ho. Just say young day ye low class fo. Ye wu anya hwe. Nti mode wan ja mo krom ha se mode muwu a mode momfa we manure to the land. You be use more as agriculture late. Just think about it. Obia soria me ko abrotiri. And we have a parliament that allows them to go. They still keep their jobs. At the end of the month, they get paid. Now, Adebakwe Epese can say, listen, if all these leaders of the executive and the legislature could leave the country and go elsewhere for medical attention there, then it makes sense to say, Ebia no one who here so much. Inti woni krom ha, ye miss one so much. Inti I don't necessarily Ghana for ye keep on the payroll. No boyenka. Then ti necessarily ye 275 parliamentarians are at any time no to me sorry can say Mereko Abrochiri. No akotina business class, first class at the expense of the country. What ba we say oh ye dian ye sika na kwai. Really? Mo amusika na mde kwai. No man de munim se moja ohoko no yen ne ye lose because adwuma se moye o man na ye tua mo kan munni ho ntimi ntumi ntua. Who does this? Hina captain hina na responsible for sadden. Speaker ana hina.
Oh no, say a call na.
Speaker no responsible. Any one sempe. Ono no Dubai. Ono are responsible. Watch man na so hwe won no. Ono mom no what we see. This is the problem. Now, Ghana, listen, we are at the point now, na yenim say mangno financial in year fail 341 billion cedis in debt. There is no way we could mathematically no kun to me nyankunte bia in kase ye babe arrest sa situation. The only way I able to me arrest and say ye be a capital infusion. Yedi sika be share agriculture mu in a big way. Ni ebe sisi bibia and say development bia koso Ghana say say sika bia ye will say what is agriculture because agriculture ne be mayen ne betumi ahwe yen. They say brody dan me to koko 3 me ko bona mpesi edi koko 3 na 10 cedis. Nipa ba he ne betumi ato koko 3 10 cedis. 10 cedis. Inti as I say yenya infusion into agriculture. Yenya nnuan no boy na ne yede hwe yen ho akopem se yebenya surplus na surplus no ya export aya na me won say so simple mathematics yentia se adentia Ministry of Agriculture Captain Adamfon or you so brainless to say as a sanka by now where in edi. First of all, Captain Transportation Minister say where in edi. If he say suppose a budget no one reject. Now budget one rejector. No if you
and roads minister.
Roads minister. Roads mean and no crane we see more transportation and more routes. I mean, seriously, come on.
Debut, your Minister of Railways, ewo any harbors, ewo and your aviation, ewo and say your Ministry of Transport, Nankasa, so I know you're 9. What I say? It's in a transport, but the achichem 4.
Now I then say the more the merrier. We just say Brunia and Yeridi. Kona kohe, Captain. Transportation, me fear kwa pere banra. You were friending tolls, say tolls, baby, and you are what you are tolls. Inti, how could you have made a decision, say, toll systems now shut down? Yentua tolls bill. Our budgets, no say I want to approve, no. Inti, I know no bedding. You better go back to toll systems. No, because you see, financial loss to the state,
exactly.
Inti, this guy should be fired. Because you couldn't have made a decision, say, one shut down toll systems, budget, one approve, yeah. As they say, when you tolls. Seriously, financial loss to the state, how do you justify that? Captain, is it me? It's got to be me, because Mentias, you made a decision, what Brian pass a budget to say, one shut down toll systems. Toll say, I will crew money, sika, ebenyan. Say you lose our income, no. Once we say more tax, BBR. So who this guy should be fired. You should resign. It shouldn't even be fired. You should resign. Now, on my penning to Atlanta, on a one for $14,000 plane, euro, 14,000 euros an hour. No, what the num ching Atlanta, one could CNN center to say Mahama. Ukujinano man assassinate picture. Okay, sir. You remember that? The man Peninsus or Coronosu and the Diansan with your Kuanos into Atlanta. 4 seasons for Atlanta. Yakohon. Travelers ne Chiama any Yakoho. The place is so ridiculously expensive. Captain, Atlanta 4 seasons. Babia 4 seasons. 4 seasons to crowd Atlanta and you're 5-star.
Our from Kakra.
Debbie,
3 or
Debbie, 4 seasons. Atlanta. 4 seasons rating grade you at say MGM Grand. It's so expensive 4 seasons for Atlanta. Mopa Google number here. Now on my penning. So 75,000. Now 73,000.
Close to 74.
Okay, close to 74. Okay, you can keep the 1,000. It's close to 74, no. But ni plane expenses, no. Yeah, more saying trip in now times 10. Because we have 14,000 euros per hour. That's it on Mampening on his extended vacation. So by no asan kubiu. That's what we're dealing with. And this is what Ghanaians need to realize. Say, listen, this is a nation in a major, serious crisis. We are heading towards a permanent failure because the leadership we have don't have any way of say what between us solve the situation. Now Ghana for mumma yen fa dwene edubria say you put pressure. Why reject budget now? It's not enough. And yet enough, so we'll reject budget because they say you hear income. A bed me a financial consultant will abruchirin. The first many family share, many companies share. The first thing I will hear to arrest Obi financial situation, they say, obe cut the expenses. What cuts the expenses we are? Now you look at creating income because cutting expenses need within your reach. As I say, you cut expenses. As I say, Niama, of course, young liability, say, no, so there's just way too much waste in Ghana. Way too much waste. We don't need 275 parliamentarians who bring us nothing in return. I am here to justify every parliamentarian's position if that parliamentarian brings us money. Yes, we're lawmakers. They don't make any laws. They deliberate over laws and they decide whether it should pass or it shouldn't pass. We don't need 275 of them. We don't. 64 is more than enough. 4 per region. For 16 regions in the crowd also, I see you scale it down to 10. It doesn't make any sense. Say, yeah, more regions, resources beyond region. As I said, what was our regions, so back to 10. It just doesn't make any sense. The whole Ghana could be one region. I mean, come on, New York State and Kwaso sing half of Ghana. I mean, seriously. It blows my mind. Who makes these decisions? Say one koye ekufu aba oh ye promise won say e more regions because the Ghana yinene say so we are regional na wunya then wunya resource. I mean come on think about this. Wunya won't qualify or say regional wunya resource. But so what dokono baako. Now we plate baako we betimi dey to plate baako no adi. And now betimi to 16 different plates. Now what say dokono num 16 parts now they are two. And no say dokono na dooso. Abo kasa wo koto plates no nti sika wo de koto plates no mom no anka fato dokono 4 ka dokono ba kono na mu one plate mu na mu nche ni in one plate wa koto 16 plates na dokono ba kono wa cha agum say ya ma doso but no increasing resources nkofo wo regions here wa cost split yi okomo de wongara hospitals in new schools in new nyuma ni ho. How do you solve the problem of unemployment? Our children need to eat. Our children need to have a lifestyle. So, police for nra ye call a ye one kushia. One need place to clear what that. How Saglame still ya can was a Saglame that so that ho Nipan continue muye. What are you doing? Off a plane now na mabruchi. What is going on? What is going on? Amafo, this is an urgency obian for na tumbi because kro ye refuse abum in kakra ebedu baby. A better to say Lebanon, you be fail completely. Now for your bedding 83% debt to GDP. 83%. What is the strategy to start paying down our debt? Kenoforiata and Musa vice president Baumia. More for strategy be much more practical and you're taxing. You cannot tax people who don't make any income. You cannot tax people. You haven't generated the income yet for people. How do you tax them? Doesn't make sense to you. It just doesn't make sense. Captain, listen, the whole country needs to stand up and say, enough is enough. We're not going to take this. These guys don't have any way of generating income. I do not want to say what they generate income now. This is a time, it's a Ghana food, and NDC is not going to do any better. Because they had 29 years and they didn't create any income. Matter of fact, they caused us to usher these clueless people in. Inti NDC Krampo is at fault. Inti don't look to NDC because they can't help us. They can't even help themselves. Ghana, we need a major change in direction of how we think, how we do things. And that's why we're here. We're thankful that you allow us to come in here and voice these things out. But this is the time. We have to seize our destiny. This is going to the youth. Listen, youth. Don't take it anymore. We had enough. Over 1.5 million graduates are where you're unemployed. How do you survive? How do you mami fubi shia wo friending Afrikiko. No I can say obri ma 20 cedis crop so overall would draw sansa. Come on, just think about it. 20 cedis. 100 cedis grandpa, it doesn't justify say I didn't necessarily yet society more a mere na one subject who say as will be take advantage of you and son when you I dang na moye sir. Ya I'm sure ya me ya retoring as you. As I say yes ya me and ya mofre ye. Captain.
That's it. Ni betwa so amai. Ni
Captain. Good morning.
Tese wa hu ni am say.
I'm sure statistics but I mean share the youth of Ghana first.
Okay.
And member of my I congratulate all the youth of Ghana. In fact, the masses of the people.
That's right.
Friday, another victory for us. We demonstrated that the voice of the people is sacrosanct and it is of ultimate superiority. And see, the people spoke, say, you reject the budget, the 2022 budget, and indeed they had to drop it. And see, the charade has been being played on us. So I must say NDC4, that is moot. Because all shares our budgets, the beneficiaries of that budget are MPP and NDC. And see, the charade they are throwing out there, say, they kicked against it and now I'm boycott. All of that is just acting, political concept, comedy. It is the people who spoke against the 2022 budget and demanded that that document be dropped. And it was dropped that very same day. In fact, yet now, Parliament, until they dropped it before we left there, we were prepared to sleep at the gates of Parliament until it was, yes, we left there after 8. And they know this. But Captain, yes, kudos to the people of Ghana, especially the youth again. When we said the demonstration, we were less than 200. It was less than 200 people who stepped on the streets to campaign. And the reason was, in our last meeting with the IGP, the agreement was that we are less than 500 people. They will allow us to enter the premises of Parliament.
Okay.
So we can submit our petition. And we said, because we want, if we are more than 500, we will be outside. And to give the people that experience, these people are not demigods. They are the same people we put in office, and they are our elected representatives. In fact, and so we wanted to give Ghanaians the experience. You can meet with these people and dialogue with them.
All right.
And see, our objective was to get into the grounds of Parliament. And see, our mobilization was brought down to less than 200 to keep a cap on it. And see, our agreement is say, as I've said, say less than 500. You be my acquire say you be Parliament space no more, and you're building on a chamber no, but within the compound of Parliament, and then we can submit the petition. But in the morning, you could drew Parliament's gates no. You won't say on two gates no, on the chain crab boom and the padlock, and there was a strong line of police officers armed to the teeth. A bit mukra. Tear gas launchers, assault rifle. And he only says, assault rifle, a standard issue for American Army when they go to war. America police, some were within America, use M16 rifles. But police forces, the rifles they use, that's what the American Army takes to war. Who is fighting the war in Ghana? But no damn chain. We found a strong line of armed policemen, armed to the teeth, and then grenade launchers in front of the gate of Parliament. And we are saying, what is that? What is that for? And they didn't even give us access to even get close to the gate. When we had an agreement, say if we're less than 200, we're going to less than 500, we're going to be given access into the grounds of Parliament. And see, Captain, you see, these are the things that go to create distrust between the people and then the political establishment. So you caused several meetings for about 2 weeks. Your bar agreement say if we are less than 200, Ubema Yarim into the grounds of Parliament. Now we get there in the morning, you've locked the gates, put armed policemen in front and say you don't allow us. Is that how we go into contracts? Is that how we make agreements? But nonetheless, the people were still victorious. Yakwat says when we're outside, majority leader and the minority leader say Omumba outside to come and meet us. The insult. Omumba outside, so it was behind the locked gates. And so the people were outside and the members of Parliament were inside. Then they allowed Okatechi and a few others to enter to talk to them. I mean, what kind of insult is this? What my invitation say Yembra Ufi and our office, Yaba. Ye drew on what lucky will get. What the crime agent will get and will say Yendi come out with the lock gates. I mean, how does this even work? And see the disrespect with which we were treated, the contempt with which they treated us. No, anything I say, we will not submit the petition. Majority leader called back into the chamber, or try and throw. And I mean, come on, this is supposed to be an honorable house. So we decide to call you guys honorable members of Parliament. But honorable people deciding to tell untruths is not honorable. And so it makes it very difficult for us to even attach that title to your name. You have to live up to the name and the title that you hold. Or call back to Parliament, or can say, we had some misunderstanding amongst ourselves until we shredded the petition right there. That's an outright lie.
Hey.
No, that's not a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. He didn't even see the document, your friend, petition. He didn't see it with his eye. And then document or whom say, yeah, titimu. What did he see? This is a lie. And come on, see, these are the people we trust to take our governance seriously and to do this on our behalf. And he said, easy, common things like this, he can find it comfortable to tell lies about. That you can imagine the things that go on in Parliament. He didn't see any document. There was no document in sight for him to say this is the document. So what did he see that he claimed, say, yeah, titimu? It was not true. And so quickly we had to do a press conference right at the gate. The petition, they tried the whole Ghana. And in fact, we read some parts of it for them to see that we still have the document. Nothing was torn. And so what was he talking about in Parliament? You see, Captain, I am happy, sir, the people understood that they have the power to change the destiny of this nation. And we demonstrated it for them to see. One of the things Omo can say, the budget, they're not able to get money from the international community because of the LGBT thing they are passing. Captain's a lie. Another lie. Before, as missing your Kofi Cranton Kasano, Nami documents be. Now, this document was prepared by the UK government. You've heard there's an organization called the ODI, the Organization Overseas Development Institute. Into Omoya research into other countries, foreign countries, to meet the investment monies and capital from UK, Beko, or developing. Now, they prepared a report that was released in January 2020. Almost they identified 4 nations in Africa that has the best opportunities for investments from the UK government. Identify Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, and South Africa. Almost say out of the 4 countries, the best place to invest for them, say CIA, is South Africa. And see, over 51% of direct investments from the UK government across South Africa. Almost say in Kenya, it is too expensive to do business in Kenya. And see, they don't really look there. And see, over 51% goes to South Africa alone. Okay. Almost say Ghana, Nigeria would have been the best places for investments, particularly Ghana. Nigeria, more problem. Nigeria and Ghana have the same issues, but Nigeria more other problem. They say more energy challenges, so they can't go to Nigeria as they would have loved to because they are large. They have a huge market. Ghana is the prime target for foreign direct investments, but almost the #1 challenge which they face in bringing their money is chrono. And I'm the one saying this. ODI is saying this. The UK government has sponsored a study. Or more reports say.
What can you? I'm saying corruption index, +8. It means that a astronomical record. The only country in the whole world that call +2 during Abacha's time in Nigeria. The ODI didn't say a +8.
It's
the whole world.
And yes, sir, LGBT and that's not the reason.
And ODI, yes, ODI they are linked to IMF. Linked to the World Bank and all the huge banks globally. It is one report now. One report, people sponsor their report. ODI reports are sponsored by the World Bank,
the UK government,
the US government, the European Parliament, the huge ones, and they sponsor ODI reports. So the institution that sponsor takes the copies, and they are the financial gurus of the world. And they are saying that we will not give you money into that. Can for your taco raise euro bond 2. $1.
And it's our excuse of more say because of LGBT the international community doesn't want to give us money. The ODI report has said categorically the reason why foreign direct investments do not come into Ghana is because the people are stealing the money. Almost because of corruption, the investment opportunities that they are investing in are not materialized. They're not realized. And see, why would they continue pouring money into a basket?
Well, just imagine, Obide, $1.3 billion said by Ghana. Somebody sitting somewhere is asking the person to pay 20% of that money. You've not done nothing. You are requesting for 20%. One yes, I did now. Woman acquiring farmer into Adiana. Obide 375 million euros contract ever. We here 10% because the baller is mine. It's one farmer, no. It's depending the project, no. Echo money. Okay. This government have forgotten say IMF and the international financial services. One more agent to Ghana. One more the agent to buy more money.
Woman in name.
Agents no of IFS for one more buy young country. It's one in the market and then they recruit people from within. It is an IFS for person recruiting crowd. Omba country anymore. No me call Legon. No me recruiting crowd from Legon. Say yebema ejuma. Eti die esesa wo ye nyina na say what to boase ya. Na omo no amount the things they are looking for. Things they are looking for. Until call Abobloshi market. Wo kwa shade webo. Okay. For Parliament, for Webra, for Ministry of Defense, for Webra, for Auditor General's report, and it is shocking that somebody working at IMF had a copy, the draft copy of Ghana's audit report. Draft copy. The draft copy.
Just say,
yes, they had the draft copy of Auditor General's report before, as Auditor General, area the final work. Now, Audit Parliament. Now, IMF, in your copy said, 12.8 billion Ghana cedis. More ready. And you think they are.
Captain, so again, and yes, sir, the international community doesn't want to give Ghana money because of LGBTQ++. So no, it is because the people have shown, sir, they do not have integrity and that they steal state resources. And the investment opportunity that we're supposed to be brought to the people, no, almost they said they ain't to me was Scabia because more we ask too much. It is an international document. And see, Captain, you see, they can fool some people some of the time, but they cannot fool all the people all the time. And he said, Mubagana, Mumba, yes, some cheap politics, ni propaganda, no, say, we did this, and this, yeah. The international community is not watching that. They are looking at the hard facts and figures.
Of course.
And these guys are disgracing Ghana in the international community. A very sad, Captain, because you see, this was a nation that used to be a beacon of hope to the entire Africa. In fact, Ghana led the charge for independence, sub-Saharan Africa. We were the first nation to have gained independence. And see, the whole world was looking at Ghana as a shining example. These guys have disgraced Ghana so much. They see, people don't even want to give money to Ghana to develop. This is a shame. In Somonkoso, they think they're doing this to enjoy. They're actually disgracing themselves because it will go down in history. So these guys sat in the parliament of Ghana, sat in the reins of governance, and disgraced a shining example, which is Ghana, which was supposed to look any African crown. They were looking at the entire Caribbean. In fact, in America, our community in America was still looking at Ghana as a place, a destination for hope, a place which they could look up to when things were hard. But see, look at what these guys are doing. Also, the report says the corruption index is +8. That means the amount of thieving in Ghana is astronomical. It's unimaginable.
No, but when you read the ODI report, I think page 34 or 35 pages, and when you invest $1 million in Ghana, you are most likely to lose 432,000. Yes, when you invest 1 million, you will lose 42%.
But
42%.
Yes, when you invest $1 million in Ghana.
Investors be at
no, ODI report is worldwide. It's global.
And I must say the potential is that if you should put $1 into any of these 4 countries, you can recoup more than $180 back. That's the potential.
180.
No, when you put in
the potential
$1
is so only $1 share Ghana.
$180.
You can get at least 180 back. And see, the potential for investment in Ghana is so high.
So
corruption.
They can't bring the money into Ghana.
All right. The traffic here, Chuana.
Oh, and yes, there will be a friend at Chiri, and traffic is so cool.
Tobu to see one.
Dabby, Tobu to know about quite no son yet in your crowd, but I see about bedroom. Yeah.
What do you say by?
I'm in charge of it for budget. Maybe I'm monitor the discussion, so I think that is what is on board. That be a better you can about your governance, architecture, and the fact that majority of people parading in this particular country as leaders are not serious. Okay, obi free so omo ya nkra mo di mpani foto mu mu ade na se for no obia ya ntete obia se obi metena ba bi enkasa ntie panyini obia anyesa, but the fact is nema e koso a enye no we must be bold enough to point out sabe ya nipa ebesesa me motivation for some time speaking out loudly to people. They said there was a time I had an encounter with obia that or a US Marine we. And as a man, or can say, I'm not all student, or ne or baby me, and I don't know where. But so he was angry. And they are no abuse or ban several times. But there was a day a cranny unique, a crana or better than sabo or ban, a cranet in China. I said, Daddy, are you stupid? Eddie, Uza Abrofo or Crabby are you stupid? You have to answer. Explain why you are not stupid. Then went me more ban beam. And since then, that was the turning point for him. Anytime you are banned by idea and a bube fubia, no, I can't say, are you stupid? Are you stupid? It tells you, sir, is the motivation. Some of us will sit here and we question authority. Say,
are you stupid?
Are you stupid? That is the thing. But you see, the unfortunate thing is a young crow for no sometimes people who nipa say Ghana for ne binumo ha sabi ofa nyansa na wo de ya ben kwan de yes we are the dine to maintain.
What fine answer ya ben kwan
at the manner or besia feeling after a few seconds because we are the dine and need to maintain because
the system is allergic to
because some of the issues in Abba sometimes you look at the issues in the face and you clearly understand that this thing is wrong. If you have conscience, you can see that this thing is wrong. Yes, you see people all over social media trooping, defending nothing but absolute nonsense. That is what we defend in this particular country. And it's the reason why maybe I so here I did see your parliament. I was so much angry to the stand say, me can say there is no hope for this particular country. There is absolutely no hope for this particular country under this current dispensation in Nema Air Koso for this particular country. Because so budget with the circumstances are Nema Kofaba, now the kind of debate Air Koso will come. Now you move to the August House in an attempt to ensure say either say pass a bill, now say pass a bill. Now we had the conduct. I will not say all the parliamentarians, but some, the conduct of some of the parliamentarians. Now quite more fast or more behavior. I think they insulting Ghanaians. You see, on the 6th of January, such impunity also at the House. But I think they Ghana for at the chair. But a better consistent, yes, I have seen other parliaments in there, but with this particular thing, you have a parliamentarian, no, a
backbencher instructing the leadership of majority
to lead,
to walk
out. And you see, that
was the strategy, you know why? You realize that 12 of the MPs were going to vote against the budget.
Oh, really? Okay.
Okay, we have their names and their telephone numbers and where they met. 12 of them were going to vote against the budget. So the guy got wind of it and decided that no, majority leader and the leaders of majority were not willing to push the people out of parliament. So we have to stage the whole thing. And then he led, I mean, against the parliamentary principles and rules, a backbencher moved the majority out of the chamber.
And then you begin to question the kind of leadership. I was so much amazed. Sabra majority leader, sorry, and I think that somebody should tell him that he's too arrogant. And that behavior, Yamfantana Parliament. Obia will lead a group. He's so arrogant.
Oh.
Yes.
Are you confident?
And no. Your confidence and you will be arrogant. He's overly arrogant.
Oh.
You see, Sabra minority leader Nakasawi, when I want the budget, approve. Look at the Samana Oka. Because as Samana there was no way you have that particular bill your friends approved. And in the first place, that particular day now mobile finalize we that was not the day you move in say Oko Siki, your friends say I so over all this one then and you don't go on the D-Day to go and strike consensus with anybody because I saw your homework with your DBA and Sana. Not you don't just wait for the final day. What will happen? Then you stage this particular concert and just look at what happened. The justification of what they say Obi at the public gallery. I said look at you, I was sitting at the public gallery. Samra, your first speaker instructed Obi MP. You could have equally gone to that place. And I said, look at how I was not the only person sitting at the public gallery. So finance minister and I said for no could have gone there to join them. Now I said, I want you to say move free word. Then that's I said, look at that. Then you have a point. You understand?
I'm telling you, the whole event was a charade.
You see,
the whole event.
They don't take us serious, and that is the annoying part of it. So when you have the executive behaving in the manner they are behaving, the judiciary, the confidence the public posts in the judiciary, has waned considerably due to certain circumstances in their market. And because classic example, announce the your friend say GDA or courtroom.
But it's one person hope.
That is the problem.
The legislature and executive are feeling woefully.
And then you have parliamentarians. You're turning the stage of parliament into a comic theater. Ghana for what confidence, the hope or more that something would actually happen. In the first place, budget some of the MPP people were going to push against it. In fact, because just look at this particular budget. And I can tell you, since 2017 to end, Sika revenues are back in. And Roman Hussein over 266 billion. 487.98 billion. Exactly. That is when you add the
48 trillion.
Exactly. That is when you add the loans, which is also
48 trillion. Any Sika Yaji. About the whole African government the last 20 years. The history of African policies. The last 20 years.
And what you know. God found the whole Chrome ha. This is school Adana. Mortgage, collateralize the Quajabusia. Esla na I was answered because of about Quajabusia.
You can't get fun. I have to win a Sika, the boss school home brand.
Yes.
I bind the SAS to an Akosia. Aquajisika. The SAS getting to me in cost school hobby. Sikana energy sector levy, I de be boy na ma ho de ho. Dum so ho. De na po be ka chen so dum so ma biom na ya na mfidie no ho na be twetwene no. Na mfidie no ho twetwe na kan ne dum aye dum so. Sa sika na ya de be bo kan ne ho bra na aban na sa asesa de akosi awoa.
Yes.
Adi no so akwagisika.
Akwagisika.
Ani ya di road fund akosi awoa. Ya de agisika.
Sesi ya ya box site and I come China for. What I say? And you say within 8 years, no, ya could be and then this same person will come and tell you, say, we should share the burden. The finance minister, Sir Abufusem he should just shut up. He should just shut up. Yes, share burden with who? Share burden na bra play na ye ka ho asem say na Ebisa Kofi ka ho asem play na ye ka ho asem say aban ko han ne say de ya kwatama besi tamak e wo ye fesa kotoka
obasi ato
madam enim ho fata ato ade na say Ghana for agufu a ye say president
I'm telling you say scan aban atwa bi me na make
you see so sometimes you begin. So General Ghana for share the burden now. Burden bank.
Which burden?
Burden bank when you are living
and the second richest person in the Arab Emirates or parenting. I say our Ghana.
Yes. And our president
see almost salaries by 47%. Ordinary Ghanaian worker no, yeah, it's only by 4%. Where's the sharing of the burden?
So you have a president who is living like an Arabian king. Luxurious lifestyle. He has a refined taste for opulence and profligacy. A very refined taste for opulence and the profligacy or live ostentatious lifestyle. I said, in the Sue be mad. And Ghana for now, or impoverished society, you are burdening them to the extent say momo ni na sefo a eye basic amanfo e de twetwetwe omo ho obi sende obi jekoto dro kwa say no you are going there to tax just to break the entire financial system. Are you reasonable? Because we only share the burden when we all assume responsibility.
Yes.
Na obia ye na from the sebe ya ye ho be ye ba wo you are living in the sky. The sky is your limit. I will do when you will be, and Ghanaians are suffering. And then the finance minister will have the
sky is your limit.
Will have the gut to go and stand in parliament and tell say we should share the burden. On country the cousin say on sim free room hombre fie. But na yakwatama be sit time no so no. Sika yetwa boom ye de ko Flaster house no. And then they kwa all these things are in the budget. And Captain, do you know the most annoying part?
No.
Do you know that Japan was smuggled into the budget?
Yes.
Oh, sure.
Yes. That tells you the kind of vulgar disrespect that these people have for Ghanaians. They don't even respect us. Because the Japan way, a public way, a man for a kick against your car, and at least to a certain extent, the crime, Yamaga for what is going on. The government has the gut to smuggle in this particular deal. Within 8 years, they want to own everything. After borrowing such huge sum of money, bagging in a revenue of about 266 billion, your friend say, your box at your mortgage. You say, Esla, any hobby, get fund a Quack Jabosia. Do you know, say, sinking fund, sir, a stabilization fund, a Mahama bottle, hono, a musical, Yasidi, na Adan. And in the face of all these things, you are asking Ghanaians to share the burden, and then we should have this particular budget approved. Nobody will approve it. It's the reason why even among we're not willing. So as a government, now at least you open dialogue. That is why I have issue with the majority leader. That is when you show leadership. At least you try to meet the people halfway, engage them. You show them respect. Oh, okay. So 1.7, across a month, to a certain extent, we try to do something.
Chairman Sabunso is struggling to defend this administration. Listen, the reason why Chairman Sabunso is struggling to defend, the so-called ministry has spent. Now, Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs. Why not a minister? Why not any deputy?
I don't know.
One of the major ministries in this country are any deputy. Meanwhile, any regional minister position. Chairman Sabunsu is the Minister of Parliamentary Affairs and Government Business. Business beya. And he advances 16.7 million Ghana cedis to his office. Yeah. But on the office way, ministry in the office way, one year Juma or one far 1 year Juma or Chief Director of that ministry near wine, Deputy Director of that ministry near wine, when a year accountant of that ministry. What I say, And the yam almost 16.7 million Ghana cedis. No more blow.
Captain, that is why he's part of the problem. He cannot exonerate himself. My Catholic people say, yet we are saying your conviction is everything. It's not always about money. Because we won't be able to see down 25.
I'm not in quarter. You say Papa bit is our ministry. Your friend say, now what the dad so more come on born with some mamma say from Kodos Marty. Said they say, say Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs, no, 16 advances 16 million Ghana cedis or but you allocated 60 million Ghana cedis amount money you want the this can I into your troll letter afa me ho when you show no now or they are called National Media Commission opening watch it court. National Media Commission there watch you. I want to meet you at the High Court. Go there. Mujari. Go High Court. That you guys think say you're doing yet maybe more. Huh? Sika ya dia tonta dia kwa Jubilee House so almost $17 million. You guys think we are fools? Documents are start releasing from next week, you know. But you machine mo krom ha. Adam show king woman. And I had the jata skin the parliament there mamushe.
Crocodile skin.
What do you guys think? You think we are fools?
Listen. Man, this is still painful.
Because the things that we know, may I have told you, Mimpeku, by managing our pricing. Baby, where we have gotten to, we don't need a coup d'etat, we need an uprising. For some people to wake up. You think it's easy? Say, I buy when you're busy on to be November salary. A doctor for and you trauma can temper. Bisa enough for doctors was some salary about and 30th. December, I saw buying tracker between 22nd and 23rd because of Christmas. By convention, President Kufuor who said, "Ye di bro nya wia." Ghana for sika ina asati tru won mo ya bosuma adwuma no. To President Kufuor watch, go back, na check it and Kufuor salaries 17th, 18th January no tracker. But I am telling you, my salary, January salary, no. About February 1st. Opa fast now.
January 1st and February 1st.
February 1st, 2022. With January. What they first said down on the and we are buying Nisika to pay salaries. I'm telling you. Yet we blow 48 trillion. Roads no way, schools no way. I don't know 111 no. Siken ni wa president DBC 111 no.
Fellow Ghanaians.
By Nana don't patch up. Edmana. Yeah, can about 38 military hospital no. I'm okay say more the messenger. Then we another day story. If I saw
Captain. So me say that particular ministry for obvious way is the most useless your friend say ministry you set it up. Enti odano no you be no you said that we see cano. But we are allocating such huge sum of money to that particular place when that money could have gone to other areas. You bet me they are sustaining your home. And then you complain about money. Then you heap burden on Ghanaians. And then you have the gut to come and tell us we should share the burden. Which burden? Which burden when you are living in luxury? When you are living in the sky, you tell us to share the burden. I think the gross irresponsibility on the part of this particular government is so frightening and it's so amazing. And it's unfortunate, say, characters who are fronting this don't even realize it. Because they are turning this particular administration into a criminal enterprise. So it is no longer a government. I keep telling people that the MPP you know, it's not this particular MPP because the way and manner these people are behaving, you know, akwasa wo private car Sunday wo do yere e de kwa sorry no obi abaje no de nam wuram efa timbadua. That is what is happening. MPP, you know, it's like the way they are using it. I'm not sure the party will ever get washed. What is here? And certain few people, certain misguided people. If it's a party name, they are now today we are in power and they use it to do whatever they think that they want because they have gullible masses. At the end of the day, they will throw support. They will give people money to come and support them, and then that is it. Governance and they will hold. And Oh baby, what you can do for the people, and when you go and sleep, what people will say about you. President ku 40 years is here. Also radio or tell references I yaba boni di wom. Na asem papa be kan fa no ho. That is what he's waiting for because baby you here na oni o here sika aba nya hwe ahoden na ope. Now you have the opportunity, you have the stage. Just create a better legacy Ghana for about transcend beyond generations. So in the next 30-50 years, a man for be say, "Hey, president to be by." 90, the other back I also can jet our package your tamat. Your tamak. The other Kayon said the president of what Bobo said the history of Yambo Bida. President of the Ajapadia Yawina Kusikam. And your vice president never catch said China for Sana Hydro would deal no Sikano Modabano. And these characters still have the gut to make public appearance and they speak to Ghanaians. You see, that is what I'm saying, sir. You can, as things there be a majority of the people are gullible, but not all.
Ma maybe wa makola or see you, my uncle Fademra. If we are Sapama, if we are matching.
Yeah, Captain.
My auntie, the makola for the person who can try.
Master Captain, Yancy Bronya, we are watching 1st December, the answer, a dread no. Kwana ekosona pay my bedroom or column in edge 24-hour hand say a baby commercial said the edwano a sea air call a fee to bring a yes me now mammy mammy and Sassamina Memoa bonus. Moe Yamiando me a way men I want more a drag was ah yeah who's so a cacacra yeah time no yen fan drew about Zanka by this time no workers about mobile or that they almost the better Omo nkrofo but we are inhuso workers to say adwuma for companies a omo de sa companies anka omo beba o meto say but afi we dey ye omo maaye mo ma nti ye hwe say every otna ekọ omo beba dia ene ye hwe ene ayi captain me fa kwanya isu ne yense adwuma mu mpanimfo na afi ye mo ne anwane store ye pe enti no mo refia omo me oda emfa emma yen enti ma me ne me bra yi so ento aso oda me mo akwa aba
yeah
eje ekwase
de kosro se yen hushi market ni kosro kra ye brewa
enti sa wo de toto afi atwa mo ne ho na se wo mo
oh last year ye my need this year they cry nyakura my zero
kwajo chese hanu mu say no ba bedru hanu mu say video ni mu say ma me ba kon ete ho no mo no saa na obi a tetete ne ne ma honom ne ade asa nti na obi ho no mo kura mpa o ben ne kura mpa wada nti no friend so ni di nkomo wo ye mpo ne ye mo ase no wasi oh dabi nti captain wo bedru hanu mu say kaya ye fo na no wo mo koba ento sifo na ensoso wo mo so kwajo edwade ne nkoso fi and best 7 na me ba begina hanu mu say me ne wo mo ti hanu mu say na ye bon komo obia emma metoshe nti ne chasade ekoso wo mokola no kwajo se sika na asesika no eni system ni mu nti no obia entimi emma hanu mu se sa nti de ekoso wo mokola no kwajo
Sapama we are the fifo no so nako abusia makola nsam na ate se Sapama de fi ho de brain no me nema bi ho tibi ye babufu enema ne bi ho a ebufu hwe
yeah.
The tie ne say obia ni ho ane kon ne do say osoro ya na abegina bonten na otiatem no ena ufi say eye efe say aya na yesi o ye mpanimfo ne ye members of parliament na say ke ye ke mpanimfo na say ke net wu ye paninje no aha Francis Cotton say ye paninje no tin mpanimfo ne wanom one of good parliament one. May you chair more than 20. Eti ubeye penny by privilege say a quarter aba the man na nyasa when you need chani
and now nyansa sen
and answer would your nyansa was through chami men na kwaku bicham when you need chana nado
I don't know fellow Ghanaians
me mami or a penny chamber umia eti enye se ye mpani for munjai kama yasum nkwadidie we ye pani na wan so wasena homa yi a enkwada atwetwe ye betwe and me I have told you guys say ebuo na ye wo mamo no madi awie Because time and they respect Ghana and penny for no Kwame Nkrumah time no. Almost see factories my. Time and they book Ghana and penny for no. Almost ye bibi my. By your boom way better see Fourth Republic you know when the booni na. Now I am not young one so be fair and I am penny for no as I see I'm fair need your man. When this become a painful work what's the fair need your man nipa what come painful now what can I from me to Safo no with him I see you are doing when the school and the school from Kwada ebu mangwase when the year queen it can't mean can't mean ma. And you are asking me to respect such a fellow. But when you're creditor, man found from him fame to Miss Afu. Who will still credit men fa? Because yow. Hey, when him says say we fa $10,000, so what they call China. We do China, no one lose 3,000. Are you aware? And your money baba bedroom no one lose $800 as so $3,800 out of 10,000. When your money baba bedroom no one lose it no. It's as I say businessman no or this abuo no to so my. Why the bitch aka?
At a prime rate of 13.5%. 30 million people. Your prime rate here 13.5%. It is Esikana. We had this so your friend saying 3,800 no. Esamba back into Ghana, Captain. The cost of the money no, you 13.5% to create free so because that is how expensive money is. How do you make money?
It's for a certain majority. Legon Institute for Statistical Social and Economic Research (ISA). Study research. Among who say 9.2 million Ghanaians cannot afford 5 CDs a day.
No.
Good. Now, two. Oh, remember the general statistic they say 9.2 million Ghanaians can't afford 5 CDs a day. Among say about 3.3 million Ghanaians can afford 3 CDs 30 pesos a day. And so far the population of Ghana that is 30 million. Those people cannot afford 5 CDs a day.
Of course.
And $3,800 are friend. It's
a privilege,
paradise, inheritance. 9.2 million Ghanaians cannot afford 5 CDs a day. 5 Ghana CDs a day. They can't afford it. And they say, taxes on mobile money transactions. So, be anya, 300 CDs, obema, pure water suppliers. Also, tax on it. Now also because the person has been able to send 300 CDs no or Sikini. Isn't this foolishness of madness? But I say,
and you have a,
but I say, if the gods want to kill you, they'll first run you mad. And some of the things that happen, you can't even understand it. It's madness.
Well,
it's madness. But to wrap up, let me just touch on this thing quickly. Captain, we always say Ghana is a democracy. Ghana is not a democracy.
It's a big company.
This is not a democracy. Because also there are certain basic principles of democracies that are globally accepted. One is you have the right to demonstrate. A ban is saying every time we want to go for demonstration, we are met with hostility and police brutality. How is this a democracy? Democracy say it is even in our 1992 constitution. There were plenty issues with that document. That document say it's a constitutionally enshrined right for the people of Ghana to go on peaceful demonstrations. By Ban is saying anytime we want to exercise that constitutionally protected right, we are met with police hostility and brutalities. How is that a democracy? Again, apart from every 4 years, 1 day in every 4 years, what other democratic principles do we practice? Where is the inclusive participation in democracy? So you bet on any issue in parliament or anywhere, national decision-making process. Where is the ordinary Ghanaian afforded the opportunity to participate in that? How is this a democracy? To wrap it all off, Captain Wonim said, today we have 4 constituencies that don't have representation in parliament. We call them SAL. They have no representation in parliament. Yet still, parliament sits and goes about businesses as if everything is all right. In fact, it took a delegation from these communities to pay a visit on the Speaker of the House. Before he remembered, said, hey, a bit more and 2 about for their parliamentary representatives. So we have to address that issue. There was no mention of SAL in this parliament we've seen today. The whole of this year, Yanka Onwasem from 2020. How is this a democracy?
Now, Ukraine said no put a 2 about 2020 and can't want some cry check Fanasa Kakrane de 1 year. But President Esma Baumia managed $1 million command for Sierra Leone.
Fellow Ghanaians.
Say, tidal waves Kuruye being so foul. President Amma Baumia $1 million. More than Sierra Leone. Cut off 40 Krumhaye. The same tidal waves need be a foul. President to Graham Fahun Kasai or to you no Gary.
Come to me say,
Fahun. Budget
nothing captured in there.
Nothing about Qatar was captured in the budget. Yes. But what's mean $1 million? I come Sierra Leone for.
Come to me say. Every Ghanaian, Captain, CSO, and the rest of the Ghanaian population, I want to mean now say and fire Debbie, because these actions are actually disgracing the entire nation in the national community. These people's actions have gone so far. So, who you Ghanaian, who call outside, who can say who you Ghanaian. All of these mishaps are labeled on you. You carry that burden of this disgrace on you. And to me, now say, oh, you're Ghanaian, and these things are not your business, or you don't care about what's happening. These guys are destroying the name of Ghana in the international community. Ghana. They know Ghanaians are thieves, they are corrupt, because your leaders represent the people. And if your people are thieves, me say, international documents released by the UK government, I can say the #1 issue why Ghana is not receiving foreign direct investments is because the people are stealing the money. And this is an insult to all Ghana. In fact, Captain, this is treasonable offense. This is treason. And I'm going to say treason is when you try to overturn the constitution with military arms and treason. It's when you bring the name of the nation to disrepute, deliberately willfully causing financial loss to the state. Those things are supposed to be treasonable acts. And to disgrace Ghana continuously by stealing public monies, by disgracing the same principles of democracy, almost saying Ghana is a democratic nation. They don't even respect those principles. And see, what is it that they're doing in government business? What is it that they want to do? Captain, it really beats my mind, but I'm saying this to the youth of Ghana. The time has come, see, every generation has had to answer the call of duty. In the 50s, a certain generation at that time came together and said, no, as I say, self-governance, and that we'll fight against our colonial oppressors and gain independence, and we did that. The successive generations have betrayed the cause. In that, social Ghana today, Ghana back then was far, far greater than Ghana is today. There was a time, Captain William said there was a time in the 50s, early 60s, you sign a MOU with Nigeria, say you pay nipa 1 million, say back Ghana be Ejuma, because now Ejuma be too much. We didn't have the human resource to work, and so we wanted to import 1 million labor force into Ghana to come and do work. See, what's the state of our job economy? What's the state of the labor force? See, the youth of Ghana who are present here today, so how would other people from outside come to do business? In the 50s again, Ghana constructed what at that time was the largest hydroelectric dam in the region that was supplying electricity not just to Ghana but to the surrounding communities. Today, what's the state of energy today? And see, Ghana has consistently been dragged into the mud. We've lost our prestige and our glory as a shining example to the rest of Africa. And today we have these people parading wearing nice suits, conference now, but there's no prestige to it. I mean, how do they even feel, say, during my tenure of reign, that I brought Ghana into such disrepute? How do they feel when they meet in the international community, share fellow presidents and all that? How are they even able to discuss business with them? No conscience, no conscience is dead. No more. In fact, me person you become morality are simple. Let's deal with the competence. They are incompetent. They are not. In fact, you see, the youth of Ghana must rise up, and we're rising up. They were trying to label all of these things as being insurgencies. Say basa basa, no, but then that's not what it is. In fact, violence is not, or peace is not the absence of war or violence. Peace is when there's freedom and justice. That's what peace is. And see, what we are suffering right now, Ghanaians have been oppressed for a very long time. We are continuously oppressed today. We are actually the most victimized people in the entire African continent. And you can mark my words anywhere. In fact, these people claim, say, we are trying to start agitations and all that.
Those of you on Facebook, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend. Mo TV so no frewunu bi wodwoma na bebe obi so on the TV. Mo say radio no frew bi sese ya. Facebook for no mon share ne compatro for speaker response na to TV no so. Patro so answer na kasa. Me makacho, I don't support a coup d'etat, but I support an uprising.
He is smart. He is
and
unique.
the earlier the better for us. as people.
Smart is the king.
But IMF and the World Bank, when you're ready, some Bessiana, Monday Massa, ye Numsano, ye buy ye No, you see, you guys should get it straight. But your fatos, speaker, what Rogana for Krata. It's no me kind of brofo. Now, I don't know that TV, this one, more Facebook, no more radio for me, Kayamamo, and one more from phone, Munya, and Munim Sam Yedma.
He is smart.
The attention of the Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Aban S.K. Bagbin, has been drawn to the circulation of a communication between Parliament's Parliamentary Relations and Protocol Office and the Consulate General of Ghana in Dubai. The said document is in regard to the Right Honorable Speaker's trip to Dubai for a routine medical checkup. Let it be placed on record that the Speaker is accompanied by 4 officials, to the exclusion of his aide-de-camp, protocol officer, butler, and other relevant staff. Not just saying, Speaker na yare. The Speaker's office would again like to state that as part of their conditions of service, Speakers of Ghana's Parliament are entitled to such routine medical checkups, just like officials of the executive and judiciary arms of government. It is trite knowledge that most of staff of ministries, departments, agencies also have similar facilities at their disposal and continue to take advantage of such arrangements to their benefit. Indeed, the records of the parliamentary service are replete with evidence which point to the fact that all speakers of the 4th Republican Parliament have at one time or another accused of this facility. It is worth noting that it is not only the Speaker of Parliament and his deputies that are entitled to such facility, and the entire leadership of the House are also entitled to the same facility and continually resort to it when the need arises. The current Speaker of Ghana's Parliament, Right Honorable Bagbin Sumana Kingsford, is being mindful of the times in which the country finds itself.
Mindful?
Yes.
We are mindful.
Traveled with a comparatively skeletal staff. Taking into consideration the economic situation in the country and bearing in mind the need for fragile and prudent spending. Indeed, the Speaker has on a number of occasions stated openly and continues to maintain his position for members of Parliament to help safeguard the public purse. And so has been mindful of same in all his dealings as Speaker. The office of the Speaker wishes to assure the general citizenry of its commitment to protect the public purse at all times. Parliament is also committed to seeking to the best interests of the people they represent and will continue to always do so. The Speaker is mindful of the fact that in the course of their duties, members of the House may disagree on issues on the floor, but these are all based on procedures which govern the work of the House and which are strictly adhered to without fear or favor. The office will advise that the health issues of the Speaker and that of the other office bearers are not politicized, as anybody could be taken ill at any time. It is an undeniable fact that the membership of the House is one whole group with a common agenda and destiny. Signed, Honorable Magnus Kofi Amote, Speaker's Council. Bami yada asese wa beteto ba me makachira wo say o plane fare for nipa 4 na di wach no bia there $6,225 US. Into mo 4 no na mo twam $24,000. I said 25,000. And we have a plane fare. Mo ticket am de ko buy. And we are spending over $12,000 a day on you guys. Times 18 days per day on my. Oh, yes. Times 18 days, excluding per day. It's where the catches away your routine. All leaders of parliament and all the 2 deputies, they enjoy saying.
Fellow Ghanaians.
The worsening part is that some workers, some selected workers of some ministries, departments, and agencies also enjoy same facility.
Your friend, Article 71.
And where we are some selected workers of some ministries. And don't forget that we can become a membership. When him say presidential staff is be a you don't make Article 71 for now. Are you guys aware? Officially, your troll letter come one more share Abaye Juma your force no say my list no woman to me respond.
Oh, I don't know. Because say the whole country is a crime scene. The whole country. And say I done a crime scene. The name say letter we one share now but one say about Facebook fake. Yeah. When one said about fake. And you fake. Fake yate.
Oh my gosh.
I have a phone na friend so be to me for. Say woman me akodru kolebu enra. Nipa say ye no surgery. Yeah. Then you catch and say oxygen. Asa.
Oxygen. Dextrose. Dextrose. Sugar water. Sugar water is this microphosphate drip. 5%.
Captain, it can be.
Oh, fire.
Oh, I mean, starting free and some about that particular issue. So I think that there be a many opportunity. I say there is a huge disconnect between age and wisdom. Hey. But yeah, I'm crying. No, I'm not that. I say penny be any answer. But I think that now it's a lie. I'm no more can I know correct. Because I kind Bible, nipa when you nipa wine, Metusala. When you answer same being who I actual Bible, ma, you associate you to Metusala. But yes, you know, dim theatre terreno. Yes, I send your Bible, be a kind.
But Hebrews come back to me, or send you was of penny beer. Or tea and mirror, yes. Yeah, mirror. So penny Metusala.
Yes, I said our Bible, yes, you know, you had a swear so. Yes, I said back who cried why I did swear Metusala. So they account Bible months on the year. That just keke. So I say age and no bearing on wisdom. So when into ya, that is it. You see, so who had democracy, yeah, I give a point, a crucial, a public opinion. Makase in shaping public policies in the public discourse. Now, they are the crucial tool and shaping public policies. The critical masses. And some amount for because the government be in US and as for policy makers, you know, sometimes they have their eyes and as amount for eyes or mutie the atmosphere within the gallery amount for a can. Then you weave their concerns into policy documents about addressing the numerous challenges. That is what you do. Yet to Chrome has a CM. Macatro said one of the critical issues are baffle Ghanaians are health issues, hospitals and as for them, and being at the hospital for several years now, I know that most of the challenges are air cost or Chrome saying. So there is no justification for Obia Ohodu public pairs and answer all year in charge of leadership to write a letter into the public space telling Ghana for say may call for medical care. That is absolute nonsense. And this particular letter here about one thing, I don't know, just kind of say fake. A devil deeper. and they go deeper into the nonsense that underpins power in this particular country.
Speaker Chuki. Yes,
that is why when you single him out, you'll be making a mistake because he's only delving into the nonsense that is underpinning power in this particular country, and that nonsense is choking the ordinary Ghanaian. And to know farm, oxygen, but those in power, no, obey opportunity, no carbon thing, or cause on you're going for medical care. Going for a medical care, we go with a crowd. They go with a crowd at the expense of the taxpayer.
At the battle and how
now, what's the justification? Inti one more parliament who need now one more status.
She battle a microphone who are there for battle.
Yeah.
Battle eh.
Who can't be take your offense, but battle you be or yet wo ye penya or wo fear. Osma Sumano.
Oh boy.
Oh, Kasa, I say why derogatory.
Oh, Kanamuntias here. Oh
boy.
Inti Obia winning a tiffy.
House help.
I don't hear.
Good.
Well, house help. Inti say or Kase. The justification they say. Sa privilege ya or enjoy.
Bad like a home.
Hey,
say.
Ministers, ne parliamentarians, ne enjoy sa privilege you. Now, your hospitals now.
No.
Now you see your day.
There is no motivation. It's the reason why I be breaking with them because Oyarea. Look at Kokumase. Look at Afari. All modern hospitals are in the state. And there are several hospitals. Makacha said the only way I'll go outside for medical care is when you're on a medical referral. So in explaining and telling them.
That in my dress and truck room, Freja is see hospital honor. Yadi a drobeshim. Said about your
hospital free and I will show.
Oh, Shasha Kopi, where your hospital free. Said yes, be Jano war to me. Let him. Oh,
hospital.
Where I Chima Bumpe. Hospital free. But your mom can't take from the top. Jano war to me.
Hey,
oh, to me,
Debbie, I don't know they see what Simon tells you. I don't know.
And then if it was,
but I don't know thing, you know what they are.
No, this is what they have. A drum, where do we use you?
Hey,
a man in a bag being Dubai and
Abusiafo.
Wow.
Abusiafo. Mama men can't see me.
What's it? Wow. About to a chrome fridge, no way. The chrome, no.
This is hey, Ghana. When you vote a clown for a president, you get a circus for a government. Government,
clinic in this one.
A circus. A circus. Because we have a clown as a president. Yet don't get offended. It's a fact. Say back to me back be justify say privilege or take her on a battle record on a trip no. Extended to all parliamentarians, all the executive and all the legislature. Intina hospitals say what room had it. Just say now one day and you one level near Bruchiri hospital. Now we hospital na my young say yen fanye ding because it meets more requirements in the more standard.
My nyan say Macron yare of France, France president. No so beba Bublushi hospital.
And suicide.
Listen to me. Ghana, it's Captain, thank you.
My innocent in Kasabi, but some are money to me.
Because Captain Tio, baby, I will say, no, as I said, Ghana for yet here, once I said, MPP will not send a day be a Nikan, will not, cannot,
and don't know how to.
And
coffee patch on me and fancy her young pong.
And don't think, say, hey, Ghana, hey, yes, outside.
Would the enemy fair do her body uncle? Hey,
this is so.
I dare my association and so to say. Young 4 years yet here. Any embebuna aka wo abonten.
When
Say yan sorry a. Yen dache. Ebidum so beba betu ye funu no mabo yen. Me say me nam kroma misro. Wonim de entia misro. Me misro so bi betma me foko.
Oh, I know crowd there. Oh.
Me wuti me nyame hey. Cause wonim de di me chini manim. I am the only presenter me can sama kase che obi okroma me ni bodyguard.
when
Ba dia misro ni say den na yen so ye beye. Eja nchirima. Na say ye bokwa me nkroma di mpa no. Yen so ya boye.
Baby.
Nanado. When they resign, me fat drop your amount. Uber. That's the one near my F Jubilee House.
Nana Kafra.
When they resign, me I met you Juba.
He has to. Say the captain. Yet to be 2024.
No, I mean
the situation is 2024 to me, ma. As I said,
we go back to Mama because I'm for Doma.
On Pekka or per plane.
I say, I tell you, I airport in here. To play the best in South Africa, he'll be washing. To your man Uber, me I met you.
Nana Kafra.
no, this is bad.
Oh,
I shall protect the public purse.
See, yeah, the assessor, yeah. Mpachokasa.
Captain, I think it's so sad. This particular letter way is better than Kayan Trauma on.
Not say I'm padia.
Yes, maybe be a correct.
If this is true,
Yeah, but if it is true, and this ain't kebab on thing.
from a lawyer.
No. It's not right. You see, sometimes even you can even sneak out and go for medical care and as if a man can't say
you have the audacity.
when you tell us, you are insulting us.
Yeah.
When you tell the people, say, I'm going for medical care, not on a medical referral.
Debut, or say routine checkup. Routine.
Yes. It's
Just say your emergency.
exactly.
Routine.
Exactly. So clearly, no nipa no mo ewu ye no. And I make us say ye ninte. So people see us as gullible masses. Oh, we num de omu ye nipa. What I say? We have to be reasonable. We really have to be reasonable because I'm not sure say Joe Biden bet me catch America for say or China for medical care. But who born dog? What I say? When you're going on a specific medical referral, that's fine.
Captain, Captain, or say routine.
A routine.
In teacher say a regularly scheduled medical checkup and your emergency routine. Now you go on a routine medical checkup with your butler.
No, but the truth of the matter is just go to Kolebu. Me, I have been there before. I've worked there before. Just go to Kolebu. Now, what's in the Kakra? No, just go and look at the state of the hospital. For 37, but with these new ones are ever on stream. Look at Legon Hospital. Waiting as a phone. It's young to me. Look at this. We have the
Legon Hospital. World Bank country director mo call visit to Hono.
Yeah.
They were so happy.
Yes.
For once, Ghana Timenya medical facility here.
World class.
Yes, for veterinary services for medical research, whatever.
Captain, but so we have to let Ghanaians understand, say, all is not lost. There's something big coming.
Oh, yes, sir. Oh,
and
no, something big is coming. Yeah, t-shirt.
Something
big is coming.
You didn't come out the radar.
Something big is
Captain, no, the youth have to understand, say, and yes, you be complaining keke. Yeah, we ke. Bibi ke sepa
boba.
Ba. And see, we there. Muntemu chuku. More relax and just stay vigilant. But bibi ba. Right.
All right. My men damase na Mr. Kofi Krante innocent and ni Yami Adoma Ibishia next week,
right?
Patron next week, 8 pepepe. Okay. 8 pepepe. Ubi am fremo. Wa one ma obi twa dues.
1.75%.
Nti abusia de atia no mamenda o mo ase na afei Dr. Du Meje na konwa na afei ye monitor na yenko. That chain ma just santo abeba be ka ho na afei ya body tati guess na kari na me hu omo ha newspaper na maso na chesa ide say Tuesdays na yere